The Salem Witch Trials of 1692 remain one of the most infamous episodes in American history, characterized by mass hysteria, fear, and the tragic consequences of scapegoating. While the trials are often viewed through the lens of superstition and religious fervor, they were also deeply intertwined with the socio-political landscape of colonial New England, particularly the land disputes between the communities of Salem and Danvers. Today, we explore the events of the Salem Witch Trials, the underlying tensions that fueled them, and the significant role that land disputes played in this dark chapter of American history. The Salem Witch Trials were a series of hearings and prosecutions that took place in 1692 in colonial Massachusetts. The trials began in the Puritan settlement of Salem Village, now Danvers, when a group of young girls, including Betty Paris and Abigail Williams, began exhibiting strange behaviors and fits. The local community, steeped in superstition and a belief in the supernatural, quickly attributed these behaviors to witchcraft. The ensuing panic led to accusations against numerous individuals, many of whom were marginalized members of the community, including women, the elderly, and those who did not conform to societal norms. As the trials progressed, the legal system became increasingly complicit in the hysteria. Spectral evidence, testimony that the spirit or specter of the accused was seen committing witchcraft, was accepted in court, leading to the conviction and execution of 20 individuals, with many others imprisoned. The trials ultimately came to an end in 1693, but the damage had been done, leaving a lasting scar on the community and a cautionary tale about the dangers of extremism and mass hysteria. To fully understand the Salem Witch Trials, it is essential to consider the socio-economic context of the time, particularly the land disputes that existed between Salem Village and the neighboring town of Danvers. In the late 17th century, Salem Village was a small, agrarian community that relied heavily on farming and trade. However, the village was plagued by internal conflicts, particularly regarding land ownership and boundaries. The land disputes were rooted in the complex history of settlement in the region. Salem Village had been established in the early 1600s, but as the population grew, so did the demand for land. The village's residents often found themselves in conflict over property lines, ownership rights, and access to resources. These disputes were exacerbated by the fact that Salem Village was not an independent town, but rather a part of the larger Salem town, which had its own interests and priorities. Danvers, originally known as Salem Village, was officially incorporated as a separate town in 1752. However, the tensions between the two communities were already palpable during the time of the witch trials. Many of the accused witches were from families that had been involved in land disputes, and the accusations often reflected deeper social and economic rivalries. For instance, the Putnam family, who were prominent in Salem Village, had long-standing grievances against the Porter family, who were associated with Danvers. The trials provided an opportunity for these rivalries to manifest in a more sinister way, as accusations of witchcraft became a means of settling old scores and asserting dominance over land and resources. The intersection of fear and land disputes created a volatile environment in which the Salem witch trials could thrive. The fear of witchcraft was not merely a product of superstition. It was also a reflection of the anxieties surrounding land ownership and community stability. As families accused one another of witchcraft, they were often motivated by personal grievances, economic competition, and the desire to eliminate rivals. Moreover, the trials served to distract the community from the underlying issues of land disputes and social tensions. In a society where the Puritan belief system emphasized moral purity and communal harmony, the witch trials provided a convenient scapegoat for the frustrations and conflicts that plagued Salem Village. By focusing on the supposed threat of witchcraft, the community could avoid confronting the more complex and contentious issues of land ownership and social hierarchy. The Salem witch trials stand as a powerful reminder of the dangers of mass hysteria, scapegoating, and the consequences of unresolved social tensions. While the trials are often viewed through the lens of superstition and religious fervor, it is crucial to recognize the role that land disputes between Salem and Danvers played in fueling the accusations and the ensuing panic. The trials not only resulted in the tragic loss of innocent lives, but also highlighted the fragility of community bonds in the face of fear and conflict. As we reflect on this dark chapter in American history, We are reminded of the importance of understanding the socio-political context that shapes our actions and beliefs, lest we repeat the mistakes of the past. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more educational content. Check the description below for links to our exclusive homeschool materials by Swan Academy.